Alrighty, yo, what's just going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, here back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Remember 2002. Remember, what would it be? 20. What would it be? 22? 20. Yeah, it'd be 22 years ago. 22, 23 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 23 years ago. So remember 23 years ago, 23 years ago, 2002. I don't remember jack shit from 2002 other than Jimmy Neutron and Spider-Man. That's the only two things I remember from 2002. Like I said, we was still trying to get over the whole 9/11 situation. Everybody was starting to get over it. You know what I'm saying? We had to get over that. Um, Yeah, it wasn't really that much to go on about in 2002, man. It was still kind of somber after the 9/11 attack. But other than that, though, man, I think 2002, like midway through 2002, everybody picked their heads back up and we started moving along, man. Only thing I remember about this year was I had probably one of the littest summers ever, dog. One of the latest summers ever. One of the latest summers ever as a kid, man. July 4th, man. Oh man, they finally let me be able to put fire. They actually gave me the ability to light fireworks. That was a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea. Boy, I lit a rocket, almost blew the damn house up. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this.
This is real. I mean, the bones. That's real.
Yeah, my bones. Yeah, I'm 5'7" and thin. I can understand what you mean.
But that's not just thin.
No, what is it? Diane, tell me. Do you know?
It's scary thin.
I can believe what you feel. I can believe that. Did you really know? Did you really know?
Is
No,
that
you know.
Thank you.
Anorexia.
No way.
They've written it.
No way.
Bulimia.
No way.
So lately, I've been getting many requests from everyone to review the year 2002, and you guys really wanted me to talk about it, so here it is. 2002 was a pretty stacked year from start to finish with some very notable pop culture moments that we will never forget. I turned 7 this year and remember most of the events that took place this year. This was a pretty interesting year where the 1990s was officially over and the 2000s decade truly began. I feel like this year had somewhat of a bittersweet yet lighthearted feel to it, as we were still recovering from the crazy events that took place from the previous year. Nonetheless, 2002 was a pretty fun and memorable year filled with many nostalgic moments that still get talked about today. Throughout the year, we witnessed the release of many larger-than-life blockbusters, celebrity scandals, iconic TV series, technology, major sports moments, and musical releases that kept us entertained all year. This was just an interesting year with so much going on where you just had to be there. I thought it would be fun to take a look back at the year 2002 and review all of the defining moments, making this one of the most notable years of the Y2K era and of the 2000s decade.
that Missy Elliott get you grooving, don't it?
Like I mentioned earlier, 2002 was a pretty memorable year that had a slightly bittersweet and lighthearted feel to it, as we were still recovering from 9/11. This being the first year after the attacks, we saw a massive shift in the way we lived our everyday lives, where things just felt different. And I did a whole video review on 2001. If you guys want to check that out, the link will be here somewhere on the screen. Throughout the year, there were just many vigils, ceremonies, and tributes dedicated to the victims, as well as uplifting uplifting everyone as we were picking up the
RP James
pieces
Brown,
and
RP to the
moving
GOAT,
forward
man.
from what happened a year prior. Almost every sporting event and award show included some sort of tribute where unity and empowerment became a central focus of the year. President George W. Bush addressed the nation with his infamous Axis of Evil speech, while at this year's Oscars, Tom Cruise gave an opening monologue in dedication to the victims despite speculation and suggestions that the festivities be postponed or canceled due to timing. During his monologue, he stated that it was the job of filmmakers to make films during troubling times, aka run me my money even though we're going through difficult times. The NFL postponed a week of regular season games and moved the league's playoff schedule back due to the recent events. As a result, this year's Super Bowl was rescheduled from the original date of January 27th to February 3rd, becoming the first Super Bowl played in February. Irish band U2 gave a heartfelt and memorable performance at this year's halftime show, honoring the victims where the names appeared behind him on an LED wall, all while wearing an American flag jacket. Speaking of major sports moments, also at this year's Super Bowl, the New England Patriots defeated the St. Louis Rams with a score of 20-17, making this the first ever Super Bowl win from the Patriots. This would also be Tom Brady's first of many appearances at the Super Bowl, which is just iconic. The LA Angels won the
Gotta give respect to the GOAT, man. Shout out to Tom Brady, man. I know a lot of people still hate Tom Brady to this day. I don't know why y'all still hate Tom Brady. He retired now. Y'all should be happy. It's like, no, fuck Tom Brady. He never let my team win. That's just his greatness, bro. That's that man greatness. That man greatness is to never let your team succeed. That's greatness right there. Just gotta respect it. I felt the same way about Kobe. But over time, I've had to respect his greatness. He didn't let Allen Iverson and them get that ring. But I respect his greatness though. Stop it.
World Series 4-3 over the San Francisco Giants, while the LA Lakers defeated the New Jersey Nets, winning their third straight NBA title. Shaquille O'Neal wins his third straight NBA Finals MVP award, and Coach Phil Jackson wins his 9th title and his third three-peat. Yao Ming, Lennox Lewis, Alexei Jagudin, Irina Slutskaya, Andre Agassi, Thomas Johansson, Albert Costa, Serena Williams, Ernie Els, and Tiger Woods were among some of the hottest athletes of the year. In 2002, technology saw many advancements in several areas, including the rise of wireless internet, the increasing popularity of mobile devices, and the launch of many new digital platforms. This was the year where we saw the launch of BlackBerry cell phones, the second generation iPod, Firefox, and Xbox Live, as well as many others. Some of the most popular video games released this year included Madden NFL 2003, Final Fantasy XI, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Jet Set Radio Future, Metroid Prime, NBA Live 2003, NBA 2K3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, Resident Evil, Super Mario Sunshine, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Walker, Splinter Cell, Mafia, Ratchet and Clank, Battlefield 1942, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and Kingdom Hearts, as well as many others. Throughout the year, we were fed a good amount of major shocking celebrity pop culture moments ranging in a variety of topics that had us entertained and hooked for weeks on end. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. got married, as well as Gwen Stefani and her longtime boyfriend Gavin Rossdale. Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey tied the knot, and Shaquille O'Neal and Shani Nelson, amongst many others. Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage also got married this year to then divorce later that year after a short 3 months due to irreconcilable differences.
Damn.
Ben Affleck was named People's Sexiest Man Alive, while Nicole Kidman was named Most Beautiful. Justin Timberlake was on the cover of Rolling Stones magazine,
Yeah,
while
fuck
he
that
and Britney
nigga.
Spears broke up, which was a big deal back then. Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer hosted the second annual BET Awards for the second time in a row. Winona Ryder was sentenced 3 years probation after being found guilty of stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise from Saks Fifth Avenue. Ex-President Jimmy Carter wins the Nobel Peace Prize. Mariah Carey's iconic MTV Cribs episode. Rosie O'Donnell came out as gay. R. Kelly is charged with 21 counts of having schmexual intercourse.
What allegations? What allegations? yeah, yeah. For those of y'all that are new to the channel, this is a running joke. This is not, we not laughing at the shit that's going on. It's just a running joke that we do over here. Every time we see R. Kelly, we just gotta go, what allegations? It's a running joke. We do not support that nigga over here. We do not support that nigga over here. We might fuck with his music over here, but we don't fuck with that nigga. We don't fuck with that nigga actions, bro. That nigga will pay for his sins. He will rot in jail for the remainder of his days. But until then, what allegation? No. I'm trying to find it. It should be in here. So here you go.
When you say teenage, how are we talking? Girls who are teenagers.
Course with a minor. After videotapes came out being released all over the internet, Elon Musk founded the company SpaceX.
Hey, real talk though about that R. Kelly shit, that R. Kelly tape shit. Can I bring out? I want to bring all the people who claim they watched that tape to the front of the congregation. I would really like to have a word with you. Like it's nothing too serious. Just come on in. So all of y'all claim y'all watched this tape back in the day. So you kind of had a feeling that R. Kelly really was the monster that they saying he was, right? Right. So we all in agreement that because y'all saw the tape back in the day. For all the people that saw that tape, it's probably still floating around to this day. So for all the people still floating, still watching that tape, right? I just want y'all to riddle me this one thing. So you say y'all watched the tape, right? Okay, so y'all said y'all watched the tape. So you know that means that you are admitting that you watch child pornography, correct? That's been on my mind for a very long time. Everybody who claimed we saw the tape back in the day, that tape was everywhere, bro. Everybody saw that tape. So you telling me you were watching child pornography? So all y'all just gathered up in front of the TV on the couch like it was Sunday Night Football, and y'all watched child pornography together. Johnson, we got him. Johnson, we got him. We fucking got him. We got him.
Gotcha, bitch.
Y'all really just admitted that y'all been watching child pornography for the past 20 years, right? Y'all do know this, right? I mean, I saw them R. Kelly tapes. Man, that was definitely him peeing on that girl. So you mean to tell me you were watching child pornography, sir? So who's the real creep here, R. Kelly or you? I'm just saying, bro. Y'all was really watching child pornography, bro, and didn't even. Wow.
Ugh. Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I just had to point that out, bro. For all y'all people out there that claim y'all watched that tape, why would you watch a child get peed on, bro? You know how weird that is?
Osbournes premiered on television. Michael Jackson dangled his son Prince Michael II over a hotel balcony, and Whitney Houston had her infamous interview with Diane Sawyer.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. It's cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do that. Your is whack.
At this year's Oscars, Whoopi Goldberg hosted the show for the
Oh,
fourth
God.
time with an average of 42 million viewers.
Oh, God.
This show was actually one of the longest in Oscar history with a runtime of 4 hours and 23 minutes, which
Who's
is
watching
just
this?
crazy to me. But then again, this was when people were actually watching award shows and would talk about it the next day at school, work, or church. This was also the first year where the Best Animated Feature category was introduced, where Shrek would go on to become the first to win this award. A Beautiful Mind won 4 awards that night, including Best Directing and Best Picture. Other big winners of the night included Jennifer Connelly, Jim Broadbent, and Ron Howard, as well as many others. Denzel Washington became the second black male to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in
One time for the GOAT, man. One time for the GOAT.
Training Day, following Sidney Poitier for 1963's Lilies of the Field, while Halle Berry became the first and only black female to win the
Oh, my people was up that night. My people was up that night. My black brothers and black sisters, we was up that night. My black brothers and black sisters, we was up that night, regardless of the roles that they had to play to get those awards. Still.
Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in Monsters Ball. Halle Berry would go on to accept her award while having an out-of-body experience, providing us with one of my favorite memes. And this was actually a big deal, seeing people of color win in the main categories, as we usually get snubbed and overlooked, but that's another video for another day. This year's Grammys took place in February, where Alicia Keys was the biggest winner of the night. She went home with 5 Grammys, including Best New Artist and Song of the Year for Fallen, while U2 won 4 awards, including Record of the Year and Best Rock Album. We also got a surprise appearance from Patti LaBelle during the Lady Marmalade performance, which was iconic. Other major winners from the night included Coldplay, Nelly Furtado, Usher, Missy Elliott, Sade, Outkast, Gladys Knight, Destiny's Child, Eric Clapton, and Christina Aguilera, Pink.
Hey. Boy, we was up in 2002, wasn't we? They were showing us love in 2002. Hold on, bruh. I ain't realized how much love we was getting in 2002, bruh. Hold on, gang. I ain't realized how much love we was getting. I'm just saying though, I ain't realized how much love we was getting. Damn, we was getting more love than the first round draft pick. We was getting hella love out here, bruh. I know them Diddy parties was crazy.
Lil' Kim and Maya for their Lady Marmalade collab, as well as many others. Now enjoy these random fashion looks from the year. Many Gen Z stars were born this year, including Sadie Sink, Maddie Ziegler, Benson Boone, Jenna Ortega, Finn Wolfhard, Jacob Sartorius, Sky Jackson, Gaten Matarazzo, NLE Choppa, Isaac Presley, Asher Angel, Ace Green, and Tyla, amongst many others. We also witnessed the deaths of many celebrities, including Dudley Moore, James Coburn, Richard Harris, Lionel Hampton, Ruth Handler, Milton Berle, John Thaw, Billy Wilder, Peggy Lee, John Entwistle, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and so many more. In April of this year, we said goodbye to Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC due to a vehicle crash in Honduras. Everyone else in the vehicle survived the crash, while Lisa unfortunately lost her life, being thrown out of the vehicle after flipping over multiple times. Lisa was only 30 years old at the time, which is really young, and had a promising career ahead of her. Because of this, her death was actually the biggest celebrity death story of the year. Chili and T-Boz made their first public appearance as a duo without Left Eye in a teary-eyed tribute at this year's MTV Video Music Awards, where they honored their group member.
This is so hard because it's such a reality check because it's only two of us up here.
Also at this year's VMAs, Jimmy Fallon hosted the show for the first time. While Britney Spears and Michael Jackson wore these outfits, Brandy made her first public appearance after giving birth wearing this outfit, and Christina Aguilera wore whatever this is while presenting an award to her arch nemesis at the time, Eminem.
Interesting. Eminem.
Damn, they did her dirty. Damn. She had to go up on stage and get that nigga his award and shit. He was like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, give me that. Give me that.
Thank you. Yo, I don't know what to say when I be getting these awards, man.
From start to finish, 2002 was a pretty fun and memorable year for the film industry. 2002 was the first year to see 3 films cross the $800 million milestone, surpassing the previous year record of 2. We also witnessed a wide variety of major film releases with everything from highly anticipated sequels to fresh original concepts. Throughout the year, we saw the release of many major blockbusters in a wide variety of genres, including horror, sci-fi, action-adventure, romance, animation, comedies, musicals, and so much more, making this year one of the best of the 2000s decade in my opinion. After the massive success of the first Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings films from the previous year, both franchises quickly returned to the big screen for their highly anticipated sequels in 2002. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
I ain't with that geeky, dorky, nerdy shit, man. Let's move on to the real MVP this year. Let's move on to the real MVP this year, bro. Stop it. All the nerdy, geeky, dorky shit, bro. I'm not with that. Miss me with that shit.
Films of the year. In March of this year, newcomer Blue Sky Studios Animation released their first major film, Ice Age, to theaters, and to great success. Ice Age is an animated adventure comedy film that quickly became one of the most...
It's a good movie, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I really didn't fuck with this shit like that, but it was still a good movie, though. I think I only watched this movie like twice in my life. I've never watched it again.
Popular animated films of all time. It features the voices of Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, and Dennis Leary as the main trio of characters. Set during the days of the Pleistocene Ice Age, the film centers around 3 main characters: Manny, a no-nonsense woolly mammoth; Slid, a loudmouth, talkative ground sloth; and Diego, a sarcastic saber-toothed lion, who come across a human baby and work together to return it to its tribe as they try to avoid the coming Ice Age. These 3 have to be one of the most memorable and standout trios in all of animation, as their on-screen chemistry just worked so well. Literally every scene they were in was just so funny. The film also occasionally follows Scrat, a speechless saber-toothed squirrel who is desperately searching for a place in the ground to bury his acorn, which became a running gag throughout the rest of the franchise. And besides the trio, he's honestly one of the funniest characters in this entire film. It was a box office success and grossed over $383 million at the box office, making it the 8th highest grossing film of 2002 and the highest grossing animated film of the year. This film initiated a franchise being followed by several sequels, spin-offs, specials, shorts, and video games, making it one of the most popular film franchises of the 2000s.
Whoa! Woo! Yeah! Who's up for round 2?
Walt Disney Studios released their 42nd animated film to theaters this summer with Lilo and Stitch. The film tells the story of Lilo, a lonely Hawaiian girl who adopts Stitch, a dangerous but adorable alien experiment, as her dog. I know Lilo was a little kid and this is just animation, but like as a kid I always wondered, how did she not notice that it just wasn't a dog? Because you know, dogs don't have blue fur or, you know, fangs and pointy ears like that. But whatever, she was a little kid and she was using her imagination, which is great. Together, they learn about family.
Actually, he could have passed as a koala bear, if we're being honest. They could have just said he was a different breed of a koala bear, and You would have got away with it.
Friendship, and the importance of ohana, which means family, no one gets left behind. Lilo and Stitch was such a bizarre concept for a Disney film at the time, but paid off as it's one of the most memorable and unique films to come from their extensive catalog. It's one of their edgier Disney films, differing from their typical fairy tale stories. This was one of my favorite movies growing up, as I just loved the storyline, character dynamics, soundtrack, setting, and animation, which, speaking of, the film's use of watercolor backgrounds as well as the Hawaiian setting just gave it a nice, warm, and cozy feeling, making it one of the most gorgeous and visually appealing animated films of all time in my opinion. Lilo and Stitch received positive reviews from critics who praised the story, humor, charm, characters, and originality, making it a standout Disney film. The film's success made it a highlight of Disney's post-animation renaissance era in the 2000s, spawning a franchise that included 3 direct-to-video film sequels, 3 television series, and a live-action adaptation that was released in 2025. Perhaps the biggest film of 2002 was none other than the first ever live—
Come on, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. Come on, man. Let's talk about the realness, though.
action Spider-Man.
Let's talk about the
You
realness,
just have to be there
though.
as— this was the movie.
Let's talk about it though, man. Come on, dog. What is we talking about here? Get to the real good movie, the best movie of the whole fucking year, bruh. Bruh, let's get to the real nitty gritty here. The best movie of this entire year was Spider-Man, hands down. Fuck that dorky, geeky, nerdy ass shit. Fuck that Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars. Get that weak ass shit up out of here, bro. Ain't no real niggas here for— real niggas not here for that, man. Real niggas came here for Spider-Man, bro. We here for Spider-Man and Spider-Man only, bro. 2002 was the year of Spider-Man. Fuck all them other movies. The movies had nothing on Spider-Man. Nothing. When this came out, this was heat, nigga. Heat. And then the sequel came out. Fuck we talking about, man? Hey, yo, hey.
To see this year. Based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, Spider-Man is a 2002 American superhero film that was first released to theaters on May 4th of that year. Directed by Sam Raimi, it was the first installment of the Spider-Man trilogy and was one of the highest anticipated film releases of the year. This film stars big names including Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Cliff Robertson, and Rosemary Harris, as well as many others. I'm sure everyone watching this has seen it before or already knows the story, but for those who don't know, awkward and shy teenager Peter Parker gains superhuman abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider. It's your typical regular teenager by day and crime fighter by night trope that we've seen 100 different times. Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man, where he fights crime in New York City against the Green Goblin and many other criminals. The original movie trailer from 2001 was actually pulled from rotation and edited due to the Twin Towers being visible, and we all know what happened later that year. A few scenes in the film actually had to be digitally altered to remove the towers, although some people say that there's a scene in the movie where they forgot to edit it out. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what scene I'm talking about.
Bro, it really don't matter, bro. It's just in the background. We here for Spider-Man, bro. Get over it, bro. At this point, it was time to get over it, bro. Like, for real, dog. We can't show the towers. It ain't like we showing them getting burnt down or nothing like that. He just swinging from them. He just swinging around from them. They in the background. We don't have to, bruh. The fuck out of here.
About. Alongside the X-Men franchise, Spider-Man is credited for redefining the modern superhero genre and the summer blockbuster. The film received positive reviews from critics and audiences who praised Raimi's direction, the story, performances, visual effects, action sequences, and musical score. It was the first film to reach $100 million in a single weekend, as well as the most successful film based on a comic book at the time. Bringing in $826 million at the box office, it It became the third highest grossing film of 2002, the highest grossing superhero film, and the sixth highest grossing film overall at the time of its release. Spider-Man became one of the most defining films of the 21st century, and possibly the biggest pop culture moment of the year. Other major films released in 2002 included The Men.
We don't talk about this one. We don't talk about this one. We don't talk about Men in Black 2.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
We don't talk about Men in Black 2.
Men in Black sequel, Die Another Day, Signs, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, The Pianist, Catch Me If You Can, 28 Days Later, John Q, Minority
Hey, John Q was fire, bro.
Report, Sweet Home Alabama, Equilibrium, Treasure Planet, Chicago, 8 Mile, The Hot Chick, Mr. Deeds, Collateral Damage, Made in Manhattan, Spirit the Stallion of Cimarron, The Ring, The Bourne Identity, and the live-action Scooby-Doo movie, as well as many others. 2002 was a pretty fun and memorable year for television as we witnessed many new series debuts, premieres, and cancellations. This year saw the debuts of a wide variety of shows that would later become some of the most popular shows of the 2000s decade. Throughout the year, we witnessed a wide variety of new sitcoms, dramas, cartoons, talk shows, and reality TV that would really set the tone for the rest of the decade. Following the success of the Japanese manga series, Naruto premiered in late 2002 as one of the biggest animated series ever created. The show was able to capture elements of adventure, fantasy comedy, and martial arts, where it quickly became one of the most popular animes. Naruto was a young orphan ninja who seeks recognition from his peers and dreams of becoming the Hokage, the leader of the village.
I ain't even gonna say what I'm gonna say, but still, one of probably, well, I ain't gonna lie, I've only watched like 3 animes in my entire lifetime, like, but that actually gained my interest. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece. Them the only 3 animes I think I've ever watched, like would dedicatedly watch. There were some other ones out there, but I wasn't as dedicated to those as I was to those 3. One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, that was it for me. Now, if you want to include Yu-Gi-Oh, like I guess you could include Yu-Gi-Oh in there. So that would make 4. I don't know if people say Yu-Gi-Oh's an anime. They say it's an anime. When you look it up in the categories, it says it's an anime. So if Yu-Gi-Oh's an anime, then I guess that makes 4, I guess.
Hidden in the leaves. Like the manga, the anime series is divided into 2 separate parts. It was praised for its animation, art direction, action sequences, more mature tone, well-crafted character interactions, and balanced storytelling. The episodes are based on the first 27 volumes in part 1 of the manga, while some episodes feature original, self-contained storylines. With a total of 222 episodes and 5 seasons, Naruto became one of the most successful animes ever created. Despite airing in 2002, the show actually didn't air in the US until 2005. In the summer of 2002, Disney Channel premiered their newest series, Kim Possible, where it quickly became one of the defining shows on the network during the 2000s. Kim Possible is an animated action comedy series about a teenage girl who saves the world on a regular basis while coping with everyday issues such as cheerleading, family, peer pressure, school crushes, and homework. Her clumsy yet loyal friend Ron Stoppable aids her on their joint missions in every episode, which led to some really funny and memorable moments. As lovable as Ron was, he kind of felt like he was in the way most of the time.
They needed a white show. Okay? They needed a white show for the Proud Family. The Proud Family couldn't be their only bread and butter. They was like, Proud Family is a little too black. We need a white kid show. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Kim Possible's still fire though. Kim Possible's still fire, but I had to call it out for what it was.
But was still a great and fun sidekick to Kim. Most of their missions involve stopping the evil plans of the mad scientist supervillain duo, Dr. Draken and his sidekick Shigo. The series was created to appeal to both girls and boys while parodying the James Bond franchise, as well as the spy and superhero films that were really popular at the time. The show was distinct from other Disney Channel shows with its use of self-referential humor, action sequences, and character development, and was mostly written in a sitcom format format similar to The Proud Family. It also became the first Disney Channel animated series to be produced in high definition. The series premiered on June 7th, 2002 and ended on September 7th, 2007 after 87 episodes and 4 seasons. Kim Possible received critical acclaim, becoming one of Disney's top-rated and most popular series ever. So popular that people still have the ringtones and dress up as the characters for Halloween. The most watched and talked about show of the year was American Idol. American Idol is an American singing competition television.
This shit took the world by storm, bruh. I hope was the first season the same season where we got to see the Chinese dude? She bang, nigga. What I tell you, this was, if you was trying to go viral, this was the only way you could go viral back then, because YouTube never existed, right? YouTube didn't exist back then. You didn't have the Instagrams or the TikTok. If you wanted to go viral, you had to go on here and make a fool of yourself, bro. You had to come on here and troll. Even if you knew you couldn't sing, you knew you couldn't sing a lick. The fact is, when you had the spotlight, you had that one moment to make an impact, bro. Because there's a whole bunch of people that's going to audition, and a lot of them not going to get shown. A lot of them going to get cut. A lot of them not going to get shown. The best thing for you to do is to make yourself go viral. And that nigga that went, she bang, that nigga, he went viral to the point he got a record deal. He got commercials, all type of shit, bro. Then that nigga phased. We ain't never seen that nigga again, though. That nigga had that 15 minutes of fame, and that was it for him.
Series created by Simon Fuller that premiered on Fox from June 11th, 2002 to April 7th, 2016. It was on hiatus until March 11th, 2018, when a revival of the series began airing on ABC. The concept of the series involves discovering unknown stars who compete to get signed to a label, becoming the next big thing in music, with the winner determined by American viewers using phones, internet platforms, and text voting. Although many fans feel like the voting is rigged by producers who pre-pick who stays and leaves in the competition. But that's another video for another day. Despite the controversy and favoritism amongst the contestants and winners, American Idol had Americans in a chokehold with its fun, unique blend of competition, singing, reality TV elements, and interactivity, making it a groundbreaking show and something that
I forgot Jennifer Hudson was on American Idol. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot she was on American Idol. Damn. I'm gonna have to take back what I said. So now it's Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Clarkson, and fucking Fantasia. Everybody else fizzled out though.
We had never seen before on television up until this point. Fans fell in love with the show's concept and got to know each contestant each week, making it feel more personable than most competition shows at the time. People also loved the live shows, interviews, and auditions, as the auditions would become a major highlight of each season.
I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be.
Hit me when the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me.
I'll be laughing in your face.
Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue.
I'm laughing in your face. I don't
Texas
care. If you
native
suck,
Kelly
you suck.
Clarkson became the show's first winner during the season 1 finale back in 2002. Due to the success of the show, her career skyrocketed where she became a global superstar overnight, as well as one of the biggest breakout stars of the 21st century. Shortly after its first season, American Idol became the most popular show on television throughout the 2000s and became a major part of the American lexicon during its peak. The show was also known for the celebrity judges and panel and Ryan Seacrest as the host. The original 3 judges consisted of famous music producer Randy Jackson, 80s diva Paula Abdul, and music executive / manager Simon Cowell. Fans quickly fell in love with all 3 of them, as their witty and humorous chemistry really made the show a fun and unique viewing experience. Paula was the easygoing, friendly one, Randy was the cool, laid-back yet stern one, and Simon was the blunt, straightforward one who was the hardest to impress.
I like
out of the
Simon.
3.
The way you look that's putting us off?
Yes, you have personality, but dogs have personality. The audition, if I'm being honest with you, was horrible.
Over the years, the show has seen many new
I liked Simon because Simon was straightforward and to the point, bro. I didn't care how mean it was. If you sucked, you sucked. I ain't had no problems with what Simon was saying, bro. He come in and say, "What the bloody hell were you thinking here, mate? You fucking suck. You fucking suck. Get off the stage. You suck. Go." No, it's a no for me. Randy, it's a no for me, dog. I mean, I like your shoes. Paula was trying so hard to be so nice about it. Just, bruh.
lineup changes where the original three would go on to do other projects. Some notable American Idol judges over the years included Lionel Richie, Jennifer Lopez, Luke Bryan, Mariah Carey, Steven Tyler, Keith Urban, Harry Connick Jr., Katy Perry, and Nicki Minaj, amongst many other names. As of making this video, American Idol is actually still going on, which is just crazy to me because who still watches this show?
Exactly.
Despite a decline in popularity over the years, American Idol has gone on to launch many careers and became one of the most iconic and influential shows in television history.
Pretty much thinking, how am I gonna sing this next song while I'm crying? So
other notable TV shows that premiered this year included What I Like About You, Codename Kids Next Door, The Dead Zone, Without a Trace, Half and Half, CSI Miami, The Shield, Monk, The Wire, Mucha Lucha, Fillmore, Firefly, Cyber Chase, Everwood, The Osbournes, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Max and Ruby, Liberty's Kids, The Bachelor, and The George Lopez Show, amongst many others.
You know, they don't make Hallmark cards for people like us, Mom.
2002 was a really fun and unique year for mainstream music. By this year, many trends from the 90s were still lingering around but slowly fading away as the 2000s were really starting to find its identity as a decade. Looking back, this year had a very notable and memorable lineup of musical releases with so much variety for everyone. Throughout the year, we witnessed the rise of many new artists, comebacks, and saw many artists release some of their best work. This year, we saw a wide variety of genres being represented in the mainstream, including hip-hop, rap, Latin, adult contemporary, singer-songwriter, country, punk rock, and new metal, as well as many others. I feel like this year was just stacked with so many releases, making it one of the most standout and memorable years in music from the Y2K era, in my opinion. Back in the year 2000, Pink dropped her debut studio album, Take Me Home, to great success. During this time, her label was really trying to market her to a more urban audience, as the album was primarily R&B and soulful. Although the album produced a few hits, she grew dissatisfied with her sound and being marketed as a white R&B singer. Before she was Pink, she was black. Get it? Cause she was okay, anyways. After the success of this album, she released her sophomore record, Misunderstood, in late 2001. For this album era, Pink had more creative control where she changed her image and sound, going for a more modern, edgier pop rock sound. The music contains introspective themes and lyrics of personal insecurities, loneliness, self-identity, and family problems. It contains elements of a variety of other genres including blues, metal, hip-hop, new wave, and disco. Her label initially refused to put the album out, fearing that Pink's new direction and sound would result in commercial failure, but she fought for her vision and eventually convinced the label that the risk was worth it. And that's just a testament to just go with your gut and to just trust yourself, you know? Because when people tell you otherwise and people make you feel like you can't do this because it's not gonna look good and it's not gonna sell, you better believe in yourself. Throughout the year, Pink was able to score multiple major hits including Just Like a Pill, Get the Party Started, and Don't Let Me Get Me, which all charted really high. These songs were everywhere in 2002 and became some of the biggest hits of the year. This album helped solidify her status in the industry and introduced us to the Pink we know and love. Also, back in the year 2000, rock band Linkin Park rose to international fame with the release of their debut album, Hybrid Theory. Hybrid Theory started gaining traction and popularity in 2001, and by the following year, the band and their songs were just everywhere. The album's lyrical themes deal with problems lead vocalist Chester Bennington experienced experienced during his adolescence, including substance abuse and the constant fighting and eventual divorce of his parents, which is just so sad. The album would go on to resonate with fans and listeners, further helping the popularity of the record. It's also considered one of the most notable rock albums of all time. Dabbling in various genres including nu metal, rap metal, and alternative rock, Hybrid Theory became a staple in the genre and one of the hottest albums from that era. Some of the singles included One Step Closer, Crawling, and In the End. In the End was actually the most popular song from this album, where it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the 7th biggest hit of that year, according to the year-end list. With her natural charisma and girl next door personality, Ashanti quickly became one of the biggest breakout stars of the year. Ashanti was everywhere in 2002 as the next big thing in music, later becoming a dominant force in R&B. Ashanti guest appeared on the singles What's Love by Fat Joe and Always on Time by Ja Rule, which peaked at numbers 2 and 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 respectively. She later followed this up with the release of her self-titled debut album to great success. Her album debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 and the top R&B hip-hop albums chart with first week sales of 503,000 units, which was the biggest first week sales for a debut female artist up until that point. Her debut single, Foolish, was a massive hit this year, peaking at the top spot for 10 weeks, making her the first female artist to have a number 1 and number 2 single simultaneously hold the top 2 positions. Her album had many other smash hits including Happy and Baby, which were everywhere in 2002. As of now, Ashanti's album has sold over 6 million copies worldwide, making it one of the most popular albums of that year. Eminem continued his reign on top this year with the release of his highly anticipated 4th studio.
I wasn't fucking with Eminem this year. I wasn't fucking with Eminem at all.
Boo this man!
I wasn't fucking with it this year. It was too cartoonish and too over the top for me personally. And I was like 8 years old around this time. So yeah, if you over the top and cartoonish, that says a lot about you, bro. Yeah, I was not fucking with this Eminem at all. At all. But Superman was my shit though. That was my shit though. Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, yo. That's my shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That was my shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Album, The Eminem Show, in May of this year. The album incorporates a heavier use of rap rock than Eminem's previous albums, and its themes are predominantly based on Eminem's prominence in hip-hop culture, as well as his overall thoughts of fame. This album also features political commentary of the United States, including references to 9/11, Osama bin Laden, the War on Terror, President George W. Bush, Lynn Cheney, as well as many other subjects. Due to its less satirical and shock factor lyrical approach, The Eminem Show was regarded as Eminem's most personal album at the time, and a step back from the Slim Shady alter ego. The Eminem Show debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and stood there for 6 non-consecutive weeks. The album was met with widespread acclaim, with praise directed at Eminem's mature, introspective lyricism and the album's experimental production. It produced many of Eminem's signature hits, including Cleaning Out My Closet, Without Me, Superman, and Sing for the Moment, as well as many others. I remember as a kid hearing Cleaning Out My Closet and watching the music video on MTV and just thinking that that song just spoke to me, you know? Like, I just remember being on the playground, like digging with my friends, imitating him in the music video when he's like digging outside. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Eminem Show was both the best-selling album of 2002 in the United States and the best-selling album worldwide of 2002, along with being the best-selling hip-hop album in music history and Eminem's most commercially successful album to date. As of today, it has sold over 27 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time and the second best-selling album of the 21st century, right behind Adele's album 21. It's also seen by many as one of the greatest albums ever created. Later that year, Eminem scored his first number 1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 with his global hit Lose Yourself.
Love of God! For the love of God! Please! Damn! Damn!
Been on this channel long enough, you know, I can't stand this motherfucking song right here.
He's a terrorist! He's a Shabab! He's an Al-Qaeda!
From the 8 Mile soundtrack, where it dominated, staying #1 for 10 weeks. Nelly was easily one of the hottest artists of 2002,
Most definitely,
with the release
man.
of his highly anticipated sophomore album, Nellyville. With this album, Nelly would go on to dominate the year with some of the biggest songs, all while beating the sophomore album slump. Throughout the year, Nelly released Hot in Here and Dilemma, which would go on to become some of the hottest songs of the year. With these two songs, Nelly had the entire summer of 2002 in a chokehold, as these songs were just inescapable that summer. Hot in Here was the summer anthem, where it stayed #1 for 7 weeks. With its catchy melody and sing-along chorus, the song became an early 2000s anthem, where it was played at every club, party, and barbecue that year. You just had to be there. Dilemma, which featured Destiny's Child member Kelly Rowland, quickly became one of the most memorable and standout songs of the year, as it dominated the charts, spending 10 weeks at the #1 spot. And to this day, nobody knows
Bruh.
why Kelly Rowland was using an Excel spreadsheet.
I'm about to say, bruh, why you bring up that goddamn Excel spreadsheet on the fucking two-way, bruh? What the fuck? How? We still answers need we. Come on, dog. What are we talking about here? Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
How do you send a text message on a fucking Excel spreadsheet on a two-way, my nigga? We still trying to figure that out to this day. Even if that was a two-way, that probably wasn't even a two-way. That was probably a fucking digital Rolodex or some shit like that, a digital pocket planner or something like that. Fuck out of here.
Sheet in the music video. Yeah, what was that about? Let me know down below in the comments.
Come on now,
Nelly was the
dog.
hottest artist of the year and became a global
on,
superstar
man.
overnight thanks to his mainstream dominance this year. Some notable albums released this year included Beck's Sea Change, Missy Elliott's Under
Most
Construction,
definitely.
Nas's Godson, Celine Dion's A New Day Has Come, Clips's Lord Willing, Jay-Z's The Blueprint 2, The Gift, and
cut
The
that off.
Curse,
Cut that off.
Coldplay's A Rush of Blood to the Head, Shania Twain's Up, Eve's Evolution, Kirk Franklin's The Rebirth of, J-Lo's This Is Me Then, Sean Paul's Dutty Rock, India Ari's Voyage to India, Maroon 5's debut album Songs About Jane, Brandy's Full Moon, Justin Timberlake's debut Justified, Christina Aguilera's Stripped, Mariah Carey's Charm Bracelet, and Norah Jones' Come Away With Me, amongst many others. Canadian singer Avril Lavigne became the biggest breakout artist of 2002, as she was another rising artist who brought something fresh to the table. At just 16, Avril Lavigne released her debut studio album Let Go in June of this year. Let Go is a pop punk and alternative rock album with a grunge-oriented sound. Widely regarded as one of the most influential albums of the early 2000s, Let Go is credited with helping integrate pop punk into the mainstream and contributing to the rise of both female-fronted pop punk acts and female singer-songwriters, making it a shift away from the bubblegum pop sound that had dominated that era. She was kind of in a way a mini Alanis Morissette, as well as being labeled an anti-Britney by critics at the time. Some of the major singles included Complicated, Skater Boy, and I'm With You, as well as many others. Complicated became the standout single from this album, where it peaked at the #2 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, just blocked behind Nelly's smash hit Hot in Here. The album and its singles earned Lavigne 8 Grammy Award nominations, including Best New Artist, twice for Song of the Year, and Best Pop Vocal Album. It also sold over 16 million copies worldwide, making it her highest selling album to date and the best selling album of the 21st century by a Canadian artist. Other major hits from 2002 included 1,000 Miles,
The greatest white people song black people took from y'all. We took it. The greatest white people song that black people stole. We I'll tell y'all, we not giving that back. White people, y'all say, hey, can we have that Vanessa Carlson song back? Nope. You're never getting it back. We took it. It's ours. You can't have it.
Making my way through the hood, sipping this yak. Niggas about to get blown with the Mac.
the block with a Glock. Yo ass finna get shot. That's the sound of some. That's the grenade launcher. I'm finna kill you. I'm finna drill you. And now you bleeding. That leg, that leg. When I shoot you in your neck, the noise gon' play. You know I will shoot you in your eyes just so I can hear that
We never giving that back, white people. It's our song. It's ours. Can't have it back. No. We just want to hear it. It was ours first. Yeah, it was y'all's till the White Chicks movie came out. Then it became ours, and we turned it into Smoking on Your Dead Op song.
From Vanessa Carlton, Whenever, Wherever from Shakira, Blurry from Puddle of Mud, You Got It Bad from Usher, Wherever You Will Go from The Calling, Work It from Missy Elliott, Can't Get You Out of My Head from Kylie Minogue, No Such Thing from John Mayer, My Sacrifice from Creed, Gangsta Lovin' from Eve and Alicia Keys, Hey Baby from No Doubt, All You Wanted from Michelle Branch, The Middle from Jimmy Eat World, and the unofficial 9/11 anthem Hero from Enrique Iglesias, as well as many others. Like I said earlier, 2002 was a pretty crazy and memorable year from start to finish. Other notable events that took place this year included the launch of the Ugly Dolls, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Monster Energy drinks, the White Stripes releasing their Lego music video, Hairspray being released on Broadway, Napster being officially shut down, and the premiere of the iconic Disney Channel original movie Cadet Kelly, amongst many other things. So yeah, that was 2002, a pretty interesting and fun year to be alive. You just had to be there. I think 2002 was a pretty fun year. I also feel like this year was kind of underrated for some reason, as things would just get more interesting and crazier as the 2000s would evolve.
Because 2003 was 10 times better than this year. Let's be real, 2003 was lit. Nigga, what? Nigga, that Chocolate Factory came out, what? It's a remix super. This shit is hot and fresh out the kitchen. My mama rolling the body, got everybody here with you. Sipping on crooked rum. I'm like, know what? I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. What allegation? Nah. But nah, yeah, 03. I'm telling y'all, bro, that 03 to 05 run is goated, bro, because the music was better, the movies was better, the everything was just better. Okay, I don't know when the brother gonna do 2003, but we need that 2003 video, bro. We need that 2003 video. We need it. He did 04 and 05. We need 03, bro. If I had to rank the 2000s so far, 2001. No, 2000. Nah, you know what? It going back through it. 2001 is goated. 2005 is number 2. 2004 is number 3. 2003 is number 4. I'm confusing myself now. And 2007 would be 5. And then it's up in the air from there. Like 02 was great. 02 was great, but 03, that 03, 04, 05 run, them 3 consecutive years alone, fire. You just had to be there, bro. You just had to be there.
So I just want to know from you guys, what'd you think of the year 2002? Do you have any fun memories from this year? Did you watch the new Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings films came out this year? Were you a fan of Lilo and Stitch? Did you have any of these albums? Were you a fan of Eminem or Avril Lavigne or Nelly back in the day? Did you watch the Super Bowl this year? Did you play any of these video games? What was your...
All right, we're going to end it right here. But anyway, so that's just going to about do it for this one, man. Like I said, man. 02, man, it was a good year, but 03 turned it up. 03 got turned up, man. Like I said, we were still getting over the 9/11 attacks. By 03, we was like, man, fuck that shit. That's in the past. Nigga, turn up. Nigga, it's the 2000s, bro. It's a new millennium. We supposed to be turned up, bro. We got back to action, bro. We got back into action immediately with 03, bro. Then 04 went crazy. 05 went crazy. 06, it was chill. 06 was chill. 06 was chill, but then 07 turned it back up. And then I want to say like 08, after going into the summer, coming out of the summer, I should say, coming out of the summer of 08, that's when things like started like slowing down. By 09, slowed down. It was 09 was just super slow. And shit really didn't pick back up until like 2011. Because at 2011, 2012, listen, 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, that 6-year span right there. You understand me? That 6-year span. Goated in the 2000s. People don't really talk too much about the 2000s, but the 2000s had like the 2010s had a 6-year run that was goated, bro. From 2011 to 2016, times was good.
Favorite film of the year? What was your favorite TV show of the year? What was your favorite song?
Wait, I said we was gonna end it right here. Oh yeah. Anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, bye.